Hey everyone, thanks for joining the video update I'll be doing on Bitcoin. I just did a video update on Chainlink. You should probably go take a look at that too. But let's just talk a little bit about Bitcoin right now. Of course, before I get started, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and I'm just giving my opinion on the market here. I'm going to discuss a little bit of the video that I did yesterday and where we're currently at right now and what our probability potential is for a bounce in this zone. It seems like there's a lot of people. I'll go ahead and go to the chart. There's a lot of people that are looking for a bounce here, and I would also agree with that. There is potential for a bounce down here in this zone. So basically, what we had just gone through. We had just gone through an area of compression. So we had our compression phase, and then we had a little bit of an expansion, and then basically went in the opposite direction, and now we're kind of on our way down here. All right, so the one thing that I don't like about this is, we're going through this compressionary phase, and when we do this expansion in both directions, typically what that is, this is, the start of a potential trend. So it is possible that this move down here did hit my zone where I was expecting it to go to. This box, the same box I put here yesterday, when we were up here in this range, right after we got the first rejection up here almost at 8,800, didn't quite get up there. We came back to the median and we kind of rolled over, and we, spent the last several hours slowly moving our way down here into this zone. Now, it hasn't been, a high volume, drop. It's been, a slow sell-off. It kind of reminds me of the old alt days, but it's been a slow sell-off. We have hit a technical target here. And this technical target is based on this impulsive move to the upside. So again, starting from the bottom, you can see my fib pull starts down here, and I've got it going all the way up to, let's see here. Yes, I actually need to make a correction on this. So we need to take this back up here to this zone right here. So there is potential that we do come down a little lower. But what I've got here is basically this green box. What I had originally looked at was that this green box was a 382 of wave 3. So let me pull this back up here to wave 2. And then we've got wave 3. So if this is a wave 2 and we moved up to wave 3 and now we're in wave 4, then our first high probability zone is going to be here, the 382. I really don't want to see it going lower than 8,300. I don't want to see it like linger down there for very long at all. And let me just go and see. I don't think we've actually hit 8,300 just quite yet. See, the low the last hour was 8,313. The low right now is 83.06. So we haven't quite gotten down here to this algo target 83.01. Very possible that we will get there. A couple things that I see here. So our levels of confluence that we need to pay attention to is the 618. So basically what I'm doing is I'm measuring this, this massive sell-off here, and then pulling it back to the next dominant pivot, which is right up here at almost 8,800. And then the 618, so 61.8%, the length of the A projected from the B, comes right down here in this zone as well. So it was actually about 83.25. Our 382 of our projected wave 3, so an internal retracement of 38.2%, the length of wave 3, or at least our projected wave 3, is right here at 83.01. And we're basically lingering there right now. Right now we're at 83.21. We had the low of 83.06. We didn't quite hit the target, but I mean, you could say that it's basically there. You could probably throw some bids at 8,300. More than likely, they'll probably get filled. But we should not go much further than this, to be completely honest. So what we've got already penetration of this zone up here. We have already penetrated this zone, and we're basically, we're hitting right up against this upper. So we can see that there is algo activity at these Fibonacci levels. So this is a good example right here. We had support here, it fell through, and then it was resistance, and then it pushed through, and now we're testing that again right now. If we break down below 8,300, if we go much further than that, and I would say give it some wiggle room, maybe down to 8,250, if we break through this, then chances are very, very good we're going to be coming back down here to 8,000, back down here to 8,000. So, and if this breaks, then we have a whole different scenario that we have to pay attention to. We have to pay attention to the scenario that this was potentially the 3, and then we basically had a 4, and then we had a little 5, right? So we had a pretty decent wave 3. I wouldn't go so far as to say this is the top of wave 3. And this pullback down here could potentially be wave 4, and that could have been the 5. It's still not clear yet. This doesn't look like a 1-2. This still looks like an A, B, and then moving down for a C correction. So I'm not 100% bullish at this point, but I do think that there is probability that we could see a bounce here at the 8,300 level. And one thing that's a little concerning is there are a lot of people that are expecting there to be a bounce down here at this level as well. Lots of big players are buying down here, and they're making it very well known that they're buying down here, which is concerning. I'm not saying that they're not buying and they're saying that they're buying. I'm simply saying that larger players that are exposing their positions give other large players incentive to stop out those players out of their positions, basically to fill their wallets. There is a good probability that we have a bounce here. Our stochastics are looking very good. The 1 hour, the 3 hour, and even the 12 hour is kind of hanging out down here, which is very good for a potential pivot to the upside. Now there's no confirmed pivot yet. We're at 83.30 right now. No confirmed pivot yet, but right now things are looking optimistic at the least. So I would wait a few more hours and see how things work out if you get into this position. If we stay down here for a while, I would totally get out of this position. If we stay down here and we don't move and we continue to compress, this is not good. What we need to see is we need to see buyers coming in and buyers pushing this price back up above 8,400. Right now we're at 83.30. We need to push up above 8,400. Ideally, we'll come back here to the median. Because if we come back here to this median, this would mean that this compressionary phase has basically this push down, which is causing larger players to buy, and they're looking to basically do a continuation move into where the trend previously was, which the trend had been in an upward projection. And so this push down is potentially to to get people out of their long positions, people sell spot, whatever that may be, and then we make that continuation move to the upside. So going to kind of wait a couple hours. If we continue to hang out down here, it's probably not looking too good. But if we overtake 8,400, that would be a good thing for us. All right, I think that's all I've really got right now. We talked about our targets yesterday, but I'll go ahead and just announce it one more time here. We're looking for 9,500 if this happens. So somewhere between 9,500. Technically the algo target is going to be 97.50. I'm not married to that just quite yet because this could potentially be an ABC, and then we go in for an ABC, and then we have another ABC, potentially bringing us down here to this 50% or even the 618, assuming that this was the 5 and now we're just on a larger correction, in which, by the way, I do believe alts are in a larger correction right now. I actually do believe that alts have put in a 5, and now we're putting in a corrective phase for the wave 2. Which is going to be a little more complex than people expect. It took us a long time. If we do a time projection here, this was 31 days, right? So we started this low all the way back here on December 18th, and then we had this high up here on January 18th, so that was 31 days. And so now we're really kind of expecting this to take at least half the amount of time. So if we're looking at 15 days, very, very easily this could come down to the 618. So we're looking at basically February, right? February 2nd. So if we're taking half the amount of time to correct something that took 1 month to go up, then very easily this could take us back down here to the 123.6, which is going to be at about 78.25. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Be patient, but I do think that there is going to be a little bit of a bounce here. But again, if it stays down here for a while, I would get out of that position and I would wait for lower prices. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please feel free to like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you watching. If you need an invite to our free-to-use Discord, just throw in a comment, let me know. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, and a good evening.